Okay, welcome back to another Modern League. This time playing some Esper Stoneblade as requested in one of the latest videos. It's something I've been wanting to try out, so thought I'd give it a go. This is Aspiring Spikes list. If you haven't seen him play the deck, do go and check that out. I just took the exact 75. He is well known for his deck building prowess, so didn't want to change too much before I want to give it a go, and don't trust myself to make any changes just yet. So yeah, the list looks super fun and super clean. It's got these Esper Sentinels in, which is a really cool addition to the deck. One copy of Path to Exile and 4 Prismatic Endings, which is interesting. 4 Counterspell, loads of interactive stuff, a couple of Jaces, and then the namesake Stoneforge Mystics with the usual sort of equipment package, and then a sideboard of anti-creature, anti-control, anti-big mana. So yeah, seems really cool. Let's get into it. Hope everyone's doing well today wherever you're watching. Please do consider subscribing if it's something you are enjoying. Playing a lot of sort of mid-rangey type decks at the moment, always trying to improve, so please do let us know in the comments if there's any plays you would have played differently. Always happy to engage and chat about those. So yeah, let's get into round number 1. Okay, going to be on the play here, which is nice. Yeah, I think this seems good. We've got a turn 1 Esper Sentinel. Got turn 2 Stoneforge Mystic, so okay, opponent has a Leyline of Sanctity. So let's go Seachrome Coast Esper Sentinel. What does main deck Leyline? Bogles or some sort of combo, one would imagine. Okay, I think we'll attack for 1. Then yeah, we'll go and get black mana. I think we want black. Can I get Watery Grave? Oh, yeah, no, obviously no Godless Shrine. We'd like to pay 2 life, yes. Let's get this Stoneforge down. We've got the sword. Okay, blue, red. Living End? Let's go and grab, given that it's that, oh, it could be the Glimpse of Tomorrow. Let's get Kaldra. Yeah, so I'm thinking Glimpse of Tomorrow deck, where they're trying to cascade into Glimpse of Tomorrow. Yeah, looks like that's what it is. Okay. Think we'll just go ahead and put in Kaldra. Play a land. Attack for 6. Is the I'm expecting a cascade spell now. No could be Violent Outburst in our turn to play around Force of Negation, I suppose. That's probably what we're going to see here. Yeah, Violent Outburst. A bit surprised they're doing it in our end step. If we draw Force here, would have been nice. Yeah, it's Glimpse of Tomorrow. So opponent's going to get to put 4 cards onto the battlefield. Iona is a bit annoying. I'd imagine it's not the worst. White, okay, yeah. So we can actually if we draw a land, we can bounce that with Jace. Snapcaster. This is from black and green. So we can't Jace. Can't cast white spells. Okay, so we'll play the land. And then we'll attack with the germ. And then I think we'll just represent... We could cast the sword. No, I think we'll represent... There's no point in casting the sword. We might as well put it in with Stoneforge. And then we could also Snapcaster instead. We can Jace next turn to get rid of a blocker if we need to. Okay, so opponent could do another glimpse, which would be annoying. So we're probably going to see an attack for 10. No attacks. What does that mean? So this can block this for no damage. This can block this. So if we put a sword in... No, we need to put Snapcaster Mage in. Because then we can equip the sword next turn, and that's lethal because... Protection from... Although protection from... Oh no, it's protection from black and green. So they will have protection from this. I think, yeah, we just put the sword in here. No, that's not quite right. So, assuming my opponent has nothing, we play this. If we just play the sword comes in, and then we equip it to Esper Sentinel, who is then a 3-power creature. We attack. This blocks this, and this blocks this. My opponent takes... Oh no, that's fine, isn't it? Because there will be the Stoneforge Mystic attacking as well. So attack, that's blocked, my opponent... No, that's not right, so... Sorry about this. We put in the sword, we equip it to the Sentinel. Iona then blocks the Sentinel. Iona blocks the Sentinel, Wave Sifter blocks this. This tramples over these. Oh, we'll have the Stoneforge to attack as well. Yeah, I think we're just going to put the sword in here. See what my opponent does. They might have another Violent Outburst. What if we equip it to here? That's a very nice draw. So we could just attack to hold up force. This isn't trivial now, because if my opponent does go for it to block, maybe we're better off just attack. We do have lethal here. We could equip, like we were saying last turn, equip this. I think we're just going to go for it here. That may be incorrect. Our opponent didn't attack, so that does imply they don't have it, I guess. I think I've done the maths right here. This blocks this. It's here. Oh. I am confirmed bad at the game. But we do get to kill a lot of stuff. Don't think Snappy would have made much difference there. Oh, is this? Have they got it as well? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so we want to draw a Counterspell here, really. Okay. Although, wait, this has got Trample. And this is unblocked. Oh, they hit 2 Archon of Cruelties. So they go up to 10. We deal them 8. Maybe we should have just held Force there. Oh, do we have to sacrifice 2 things? Yikes. Discard a Jace. Sacrifice the Esper Sentinel, I suppose. And discard another Stoneforge. Yeah, we probably lose now. So we take, yeah, we lose that one. Maybe I should have just held up Force. I didn't think my opponent had it, if I'm honest. We hold up Force, we force that. It's possible my opponent had another one, but yeah, maybe that was better. Okay, so what do we want to bring in? Oh, definitely Teferi Time Ravelers. That stops the Cascade. I think the ending can go. Doesn't really do too much for us. Because yeah, they're just playing lands and things, aren't they? They're not doing too much. I think Engineered Explosives, that gets rid of clues and things. Is that worth it? Maybe it's a couple of Vindicates. Path could potentially stay in. Dakkon, what do we think about that? No, I don't think you really want as many Dakkons as that. Maybe not even any. Vindicate and Shark Typhoon or Sword. Protection from red and blue. Is that better? No, I don't think so. I think we're just bringing a shark. See how that goes. Yeah, we made our opponent have it there. Didn't think about that. So sacking in response to the block. But there we go. I think we're going to keep this. We need to find another land, but if we do, the hand's pretty good. More of a controlling role. Opponent's mulliganed. Yeah, so they've got Gemstone Caverns and Leyline of the Void. Oh, I suppose they do that so that they can got more permanents on the battlefield. So we really need to find a land in the next couple of draws, although they're going to do it next turn potentially, although they can't do it next turn whilst playing around Force. What's this? Investigate. Okay, so they definitely have it. So I don't think we're going to be able to play around this. There's a Stoneforge, so we will play that. Get Kaldra. Yeah, the trouble is now my opponent gets to untap, play a land, and then in our upkeep they get to okay, Sharda's Agent though, that's interesting time. So we're going to force that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course they couldn't do it in our upkeep because they had Sharda's Agent rather than Violent Outburst. Yikes, we really wanted a land there. We'll put Kaldra into play though. Start crashing in. Opponent's got one card in hand. Two with their draw. Okay, they're drawing. That's a good sign for us. So we really want to find a land now. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I think we'll just attack with everything here. No, actually, in case my opponent finds like Archon of Cruelty or something ridiculous that makes us sacrifice this, sacrifice a creature. And now we just don't ever tap out, I don't think. I'm finding another white spell. Sorry, another blue spell. To use Force. Okay, we do get there, so a well-timed Force. Okay, so what do we want to change, if anything? I don't think too much. I mean, I think Path can probably come out. Maybe EE is good. It just clears up all. Yeah, I think we'll bring in EE. It just so that at that point my opponent was evoking the that creature to make a load of tokens, like clue tokens, so that there's more permanents on the battlefield to sacrifice. Yeah, this sounds great. I mean, great is possibly an overstatement, but having Counterspell. Yeah, 2 copies of Counterspell and a Teferi. The draw of Vindicate is not too bad. Banning of what's it called? The Mana Monkey. Really hurting my opponent here. Simian Spirit Guide. So we're still not out of it, because if my opponent goes do it in our upkeep and then do it in their turn as well, so we could play Teferi here. I think what could happen is my opponent goes for it now, and then they have another one to do in their turn, which should be really annoying. So yeah, we'll counter this, but then we can't do anything now because we haven't got a Force. So if our opponent goes Sharda's Agent, Glimpse, we can't do anything about it. Okay, they haven't though. So how many? So we'll play the Seachrome Coast, and then we'll just play Esper Sentinel, because then next turn we can Teferi hold up Counterspell. So I've probably got another one. If they have, I'm very surprised they didn't go for it in their turn. Okay, they're stomping our Esper Sentinel, which is... yeah, we'll draw that second Counterspell. Opponent's saying, oops, not... oh, they meant to pay the 1. Okay. That's a Bone Crusher Giant. We could counter that. How much do we hate counter? I mean, it's gonna... yeah, I think I'm just gonna counter that now. It's their turn. They haven't got enough mana to do anything else. Then we can... so do we... I think it might be Vindicate, actually. Vindicate this, and then my opponent needs to draw lands and spells? Is that crazy? Is that crazy? No, it's just a Teferi, right? That stops all of their cascade stuff. Yeah, we'll bounce the ley line, I guess. Then we can just hold up Counterspell forever and then eventually slam Jace. Okay, there's another creature. Okay, they have got a another... oh yeah, they can't cast that. That's fine. Yeah, Teferi turning off some stuff for my opponent. Okay, so we'll just tick up Teferi and then we can Vindicate at instant speed while also holding up Counterspell. We'd like to find another land, really. Okay, opponent attacking. So yeah, we'll just kill this, protect our Teferi. I mean, my opponent going for something there, but unfortunately you cannot while Teferi is on the battlefield. Also protects us from Veil of Summer, Teferi. Okay, yeah, land's nice. So we'll just play Jace. Remembering we'll hold up the Delta so we can... let's put back the equipments now. Then I think we can just fetch an island, play engineered explosives for 0. Then yeah, we get there. Okay, so seemed like a fair matchup, given that we've got, by fair I mean fairly decent for us, given that we've got Teferi and all the forces and counterspells and stuff. So yeah, good to get the first win. See you for the next round. Okay, welcome to what is round number 4. Sadly, had some problems. The previous 2 matches did not record. We took a pretty bad loss to Jeskai Soulherder featuring Imperial Recruiter. That seemed really hard. And then we got the win against Ad Nauseam. To just sort of counts everything they did, and Kaldra Compleat got there. So yeah, this hand is 5 lands, but it's got turn 2 Stoneforge. I think we're going to mulligan a 5-lander. Yeah, this is much better. So we've got 2 Sentinels. I think we'll get rid of this. Are we going to want double Sentinel? Yeah, I don't see why not. We could do with drawing lands. We haven't got a black mana. Okay, Giver of Runes. So not likely to be that good a Sentinel matchup. I think we will play the Sentinel, because then we can Prismatic Ending the Giver next turn. Another Giver. Okay, so we do get to kill one of them here. Let's ending. So we need to ending this one. That was a good draw there. Yeah, we have to do that, otherwise we can just never kill those Giver of Runes. So we can actually gain control of one if we need to. This looks like some sort of taxes deck. Another Giver of Runes. Okay, so again we're gonna we'll gain control of one, otherwise we can just never get rid of these. I would imagine my opponent would tap to give this protection. Quite nice if we get to put a Kaldra in and give it protection from other stuff. Okay, so opponent's got Solitude. So looking like they're gonna exile their own Giver of Runes so we don't get it. But I mean, that's fine for us. That's a 1, 2, 3 for 1. So I think we're fine with that. So it is taxes. Opponent's got Thalia in hand. If they try and play an Ether Vial, we get to draw a card. Well, potentially not now. They have Esper Sentinel. Okay. So we're going to have to deal with that at some point. Okay, Delta. I think that means we just play Could just play Jace, or we could play Sentinel. No, I think what we're going to do is just hold up Archmage's Charm, and then we can draw 2 cards, pay the 1 for Sentinel. Or we could try and gain control of their Sentinel. I don't mind that. No, we can't do that. Okay, Thalia is annoying. So what I think we're going to do, we can't gain control, so let's just draw 2 cards. And then we will pay for the Esper Sentinel. Okay, we find lands, which isn't ideal. We will happily trade here. Stoneforge is a nice draw. Should have played the Esper Sentinel as well. So now we have to go and get a Hallowed Fountain. So we'll do Stoneforge. We'll go and grab, we could grab Batterskull. Or we could grab a sword, but, or we could grab, just grab Kaldra and hope for the best. No, I think we're going to get Batterskull. I'm a little concerned about my opponent starting to give things protection from white and attacking through our creatures. Squadron Hawk. Okay, not something you often see in these taxes lists. They do get a lot of Squadron Hawks to hand. Okay, so we can only kill Thalia by blocking with all three. We could just hard cast the Batterskull then, but I don't think we're attacking. That's the last time my opponent gets to do that. Okay, we can't cast the Jace and put the Batterskull in, sadly. So I think what we'll do is just play a tap land and pass the turn. Will our opponent attack at all? Oh yeah, they've got a 1/1 there. Another Squadron Hawk. Okay, so they have got 3 power in the air, but you have a Batterskull. Our opponent can block, however. So they block and then they can give it protection. Okay, Vindicate's a nice draw. So we'll just Vindicate the giver. And then we'll pay the 1 to get around Esper Sentinel. Yep. Okay, so now my opponent can't... Okay, so it's got pro black. So there's a little point in attacking. So our opponent will just block with Thalia. And we won't deal the damage, we don't gain the life. So we can just pass the turn. We will take 3 in the air. But we've got Jace coming down next turn. And now that my opponent's giver is gone, we can attack with our Batterskull token. Another Sentinel. And another Squadron Hawk. Sure. So we can actually pay 2. Cryptic's pretty nice. Okay, so I think we'll attack with the Batterskull. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we've got 7. So we could Jace for 5, pay 2. But I think actually now that we've drawn Cryptic, we'd rather just hold up Cryptic. We're not taking any damage. Well, I mean, we're taking damage, but Batterskull's gaining us the life back. I think we can just afford to let Batterskull ride it. Just ride Batterskull to victory now. We don't want to let our opponent draw cards. Okay, we're taking 4. Can't think of much I'd counter here. Okay, Archmage's Charm is good. We could attack with all the rest of it as well. We'll lose Esper Sentinel as low, which is probably not ideal. Yeah, I think we're happy to just keep swinging in. We'll probably draw 2 cards at the end of turn. Hard casting a Batterskull? We will counter that. We'll definitely counter this. We'll let these 2 trigger. Yeah, because we can't afford my opponent to have a flyer. So we will counter target spell draw. That will cost 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we've got enough to pay for both Sentinels. Yeah. Both Sentinels doing good work. Yeah, ending's a nice draw. Opponent keeps attacking, but like I say, now that we've especially now drawn Archmage's Charm, we can just ride this Batterskull to victory now. Yeah, we can play a land. So we could ending something. We could ending a Sentinel, pay 2, and then no, because then we can't hold up Archmage's Charm. I don't think it's worth it. Sword of Fire and Ice. Do we want to counter that? Protection from red and blue. Yeah, but they can equip it onto their big things. We can just ending it. It would cost us 3, 4 mana. Costs us 4 mana. Right, so we could ending it next turn. It costs us 4 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'd have to pay 2 to avoid my opponent drawing cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we wouldn't have enough to hold up Archmage's Charm. Do we just counter this? Yeah, I think we do. Use well, we could draw some cards here instead. So our opponent equips it onto a bird. It does increase their damage output. We can just ending it. No, I think I am going to counter it. Yep, we don't want our opponent to draw cards. Okay, taking 4 damage. We get to attack back. I wonder if we should be attacking with more stuff now. So 4, 5, 6, 7. They can play Jace and stop. Well, maybe it's better. We could just ending one of these. So we're ending this for. Is that or less? Exile target no less than or equal. So that would get rid of a Sentinel. But it would cost us 2 mana, which is then 3/4 mana. And then we've got 4. We can't cast Jace. Well, we could cast Jace, but my opponent would draw a card. Or we could just Jace here. Let's cast Jace, I think. And then we will pay for these. Okay, my opponent decides they've had enough. Yeah, not sure there were many draws that get them out of that. So yeah, good one there. We'll bring in the Engineered Explosives, the Vindicates I think we want, possibly the Time Ravers, possibly the Plague Engineers. Esper Sentinel is pretty rubbish because they haven't got any non-creature spells really. Equally Force of Negation's pretty bad. Dakkon's good. The swords are a little bit weaker I suppose, but Ending's good. All the big equipment's good. Alright, so what do we cut now? Yeah, Plague Engineer killing their Sentinels seems really good. Is Vindicate just a tad expensive, maybe? We'll shave a copy of Counterspell, maybe even a couple of copies, because my opponent plays Ether Vial. Okay, so this is a 1-lander, which we have to mulligan sadly. Add a lot of relevant spells in. Oh, into another 1-lander. I think we'll mulligan again. Okay, this is okay. We'll get rid of Jace and the sword. Like a Sentinel is so annoying turn 1. I think we'll just play this tapped. Could be a Thalia. We can Prismatic Ending that. This is an interesting quirk of Thalia. I think this will work because this is got a converge, so we can go this, and that will deal with the Thalia. So Thalia's tax not really. Thalia's tax, yeah, not really doing anything there. Maybe we should have just held. Well, we couldn't have held up Counterspell there. Another Squadron Hawk. Okay, so I want to find some stuff now. Okay, so I think what we do is we wait for our opponent to dump out all these Squadron Hawks rather than try and get a multiple for 1. There's a Squadron Hawk. Okay. So we'll go and fetch. Let's grab a Watery Grave. Okay, and then we've drawn some more islands. How long do we want to give it until we blow up the I think we'll give it another turn. We've got Counterspell. Esper Sentinel we may go ahead and counter. Yeah, I think we'll counter the Esper Sentinel. Just annoying. Ooh, Maul of the Skyclaves. Okay. Sure. Okay, that's quite expensive to equip though, so now that they've equipped it, we can kind of blow up the EE. Yeah, Dakkon's pretty good. So we'll just play another island and then EE for 2. And then next turn we can make a massive Dakkon. It could be that we want to take 5 here, but I'm not too convinced. We'd go to 8. No, I think we're going to blow up. Get rid of those hawks. There's a Thalia. Yeah, okay, so unfortunately Dakkon's going to have to get rid of that Giver of Runes. Another Dakkon's pretty nice though. 1, 2, white. Oh, we should play a land first. Definitely want to do that. Comes in on 6. Could put engineered explosives on, but it doesn't really do anything. So we'll exile. We could just tick up, but I think we're just going to exile this, given that we've got another one. Opponent got 2 cards in hand. One's a land. Equip, maybe? Equip them all. Okay. So we do not want to find any more land, really. We can Dakkon again now. If we play the land, this goes to 7, goes to 4, which if we kill the Thalia doesn't die. So yeah, so that's exile Thalia, and Dakkon is still alive. Opponent attacking. He's absorbing a lot of damage as well. Arbiter. Sword's not great. Yeah, we want both of those. Well, no, we'll put that into our graveyard. Put that on top. Play this. Yeah, this isn't ideal though. So we've got a Jace on top. Maybe we should have kept the Plague Engineer. Yeah, that could have been good, I suppose. It would have been something to equip this to. Okay, so we get to play Jace. We could bounce a creature. No, we're brainstorming. Yeah, there's some reasonable ones. We'll put back that. That. Although, we have to take 5, I suppose. Solitude, so that would be lethal, so we have to counter it. Okay, so opponent may have another Solitude in hand. Are they going to kill the Jace? Yes. So we go to 5. We know Kaldra's on the top. But sadly it has to be on blocking duty. Actually we know there's a land on top of our library, so we're actually just dead here. Oh, it just said now. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so right, so they are running Solitude. Those Squadron Hawks are quite annoying. Okay, we did mull to 5, which isn't ideal. Maybe Shark Typhoon's good. Jace doesn't seem amazing. Maybe we'll cut a Jace. On the player, I can see Counterspell being good. Ending's great. Dakkon was good there. Teferi. Plague Engineer for the birds is good. Kaldra in the face of Solitude, we could actually cut and bring in either a Shark or a Counterspell or a Vindicate. Bring in a Vindicate. Vindicate is expensive. Let's bring in another Counterspell. Hopefully get there. We would like to play first. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, we got Stoneforge, turn 2 or Prismatic Ending. So we can play a Delta so we can go and get a tap land. Take as little damage as possible. Okay, so no need to no need to ending anything. Plague Engineer is nice. Yep, so we'll go and grab Batterskull. Okay, opponent paths, so we'll grab a land. Oh, they got their own Stoneforge Mystic. But this is going to be good for us because we can now Dakkon, kill this, and then have Dakkon on an empty board. And then Prismatic Ending, yeah, we gain so much tempo here. Opponent gets Kaldra. Yeah, Vindicate's a nice draw, but I think, yeah, we can't turn this down. Exile Stoneforge. In theory we could get a land Ghost Quarters here. Squadron Hawk, yep, fine. We get to send Plague Engineer naming bird, which is pretty nice. So I guess we should fetch before we surveil. Probably should have gone and got a white land there. Okay, we want all of these cards, I think. Is Snapcaster Mage that good at the moment? Yeah, I think so. I think we'll just go top. Plague Engineer. Name bird. And pass the turn. Yeah, that path to exile was very awkward for my opponent. Also give her a runes. But that's fine. We can just, you know, ending these forever. Let's go top. We're going to want Teferi. Yeah, we're just ending this. And that should be enough. Play the Batterskull as well. Yeah, opponent obviously can't play any of their Squadron Hawks. We pretty much know they've got another one in hand as well. They are getting fairly close to Kaldra, which is a bit worrying. But we do have an answer in hand and another one there. We are a little bit soft to our opponent ghost quartering our Seachrome Coast. So I think we want the Counterspell now. Actually, yeah, we can just go to Teferi now as well. Solitude? Ooh, interesting. So if we tick down, this kills Teferi. I think we've got to tick up now. It's a shame. Okay, and our opponent can now get the birds down. So we're not out of the woods. And ending on that, okay. We can return it to hand this turn. Okay, going after Dakkon. That's not a massive surprise. Thalia as well, yeah. Squadron Hawk. So we know the two cards in my opponent's hand, Hawk and Kaldra. Okay, so they did have another one in their deck. Okay, so we find Counterspell. So let's surveil with this so we can, okay, 2 Snapcaster Mages. So I think we'll keep one of those. We'll bounce Thalia. And then Vindicate this. And pass. Hopefully our opponent hits land and tries Thalia. This Hawk can't do too much. Yeah, we're just going to counterspell this. Then we can snap counter. Okay, another Squadron Hawk. Oh no, give her. Okay, so we'll have to get rid of that. Okay, another land. So let's surveil. We'll put both of those into the graveyard. We'll tick up. Play this. Go and get a land. I am going to go and get a shock right now because I'm a bit worried about our opponent. Yeah, a bit worried about our opponent ghost quartering us out off white. Then we're just going to ending the giver. And then pass. They can't. My opponent can kill. Well, they can kill Dakkon. Esper Sentinel. Right. So now do we just go snap? I think we snap Vindicate or snap Ending. Because we know my opponent can't play Kaldra. Yes, let's go snap. Target. What? Do we just Vindicate or shall we? No, that's. Yeah, we don't care about killing a land. So let's Vindicate. Then we'll Vindicate a bird. To keep our Dakkon around. We could bounce our own Snapcaster Mage with Teferi. Isn't a bad option. Another Counterspell. Let's surveil first, see if there's anything good on top. Put that into the graveyard. We will put that on top. We're so low on time. Do we just play Batterskull? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is rough actually. Let's return this. Draw the Cryptic. Play the Batterskull. And then we'll attack with Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, we are low on time. I didn't realise that. Okay, so my opponent's hand is Kaldra and Esper Sentinel. If they play the Sentinel, we'll counter it. Obviously, if they play the Kaldra, we'll counter it. How much do I actually care about this? Sure. Just very annoying. Well, this is probably wrong. Leonin Arbiter. So my opponent does get to kill 2 of our lands this turn, but then they're so far away from their Kaldra. They could take us off white. Okay, killing the Planeswalker seems correct. But yeah, I think countering that Sentinel is okay. I think it just makes it harder for us to kind of Cryptic bounce Snapcaster Mage. I think we're fine with that trade. Put a land into play, say go. You know, it's not. Stoneforge. Oh, that's really difficult. Counter draw. Counter target, because we're gonna have to do something about that anyway. Although, if they get a sword, I think this is fine, and then we attack, and then we can tap their team. Yeah, okay, I think we let that resolve. They could put Kaldra in next turn, but we can just either bounce or tap it. Okay, opponent grabs Batterskull. Yeah, this is okay, I think now. We'll fetch. Go and grab a Hallowed Fountain. Oh, I didn't want to draw that. Okay, so yeah, lethal next turn potentially. I mean, we've got this Cryptic as well. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, so we can gain control of the germ. So we now want to tap their team, tap draw, tap all creatures your opponents control, draw a card. And then we'll just gain control of the germ. Attack for lethal. Why would they not put... Oh yeah, this is fine anyway, isn't it? Because that would have tapped, even if they put in a creature in response. Yeah, we just win. Excellent. I think we navigated that well. Okay. Well, we're 3-1. Apologies for the lack of gameplay in this one, but let's go for round number 5. Okay, round number 5. This seems a good hand. It's got Sentinel, 3 lands. Yeah, it's got everything we kind of want here. If we were on the play, this would just be nuts. So this is either Death Shadow. No, not playing Bloom Marsh. This is going to be some sort of Asmo. Oh, it's Grief. But they're going to have the yeah, it's Undying. So this could be Abzan, similar to the list we've been playing on this channel. Or it could just be black green. Here we go with... Oh, okay, so they didn't have the... didn't have the Undying Evil or Malakir Rebirth or whatever. Right, okay, so this is actually... what's it called? Living End. No wonder they took the Counterspell. Okay, they miss a land. So I suppose we'll attack for 1. And play Flooded Strand and go. Opponent's still missing land by the look of it. Let's go and grab... we'll get another Hallowed Fountain, I think. Stoneforge. Stoneforge is interesting. Actually, Stoneforge... Well, we don't really want my opponent discarding cards, I suppose. Because we could Stoneforge here. Yeah, actually, Stoneforge seems pretty good. I think we can go and grab the sword, and then we can equip the sword to Esper Sentinel and then hold up Cryptic Command. I mean, it's looking like my opponent's missing land still. Okay, they've just conceded. Opponent getting very unlucky there. We are obviously going to be able to hold up Cryptic. So we want double Rest in Peace. We're going to want the Teferis because it stops Living End. Other than that, Path's interesting. I think Esper Sentinel's fine. We don't want any of the endings. Counterspell's great. All this is fine. Vindicate's a weird one. I guess if they go for the kind of only a couple of creatures, Dakkon's not amazing. It can, I suppose, if they go for that kind of tactic, we can do that. I think we'll just go with that. Yeah, obviously, Rest in Peace and Teferi going to be our friends here. Yeah, I was expecting a some sort of grief reanimate spell, but there we go. Right, what do we want to do with this? It's got a turn 1 Sentinel. No, I think we can do better against this deck. We will risk that because it's got 2 copies of Rest in Peace in. We've got 2 draws at a land. I mean, we might just get griefed, but okay, miss 1 draw. So yeah, we really want to find. So this is Jund Living End by the look of it. Oh, okay, so they do have a grief. If they have the Undying card, then we're in a little bit of trouble. Obviously, we really want a tap land off the. No. Really want a untapped land off the top. Opponent takes Dakkon. Okay, so we're hoping for a land here. We don't find it. We could path our own Sentinel. Or we could play another Sentinel. I think we want to path. If our opponent doesn't, it looks like our opponent has found it. They found something. Could be that they're waiting for Violent Outburst in our turn. We'll path this. Opponent's got Violent Outburst. So we're going to get to draw a card with that, at least. Okay. But this is going to kill our Sentinel. Obviously pretty bad. Grief is going to... Okay. Yeah, we get stuck on lands that game. So a couple of non-games, sadly. Yeah, a couple of non-games, but let's see if we can do any better now. So Vindicate is possibly something we want just to kill a land on the play. Like Dakkon isn't amazing, I guess. Let's bring in a couple of Vindicates. I think the Sentinels are still fine. So we would like to play first. Yeah, this is okay. It's got 2 counterspells in, which is nice. Obviously we'd like to find Teferi, rest in peace, or just more counter spells. Opponent's mulliganed to 6. That's not good, because that means that they're going to be able to, I think, get under our... Yeah, they're going to get under our Archmage's charms here, potentially. Okay. Let's play Flooded Strand, attack for 1. I suppose our opponent has to have stuff to cycle. And the land. And we've got a path. Surely they can only cycle maximum kind of... Well... Okay, they don't have any cyclers. That's odd. Maybe they've sideboarded into a Crashing Footfalls build? That's good for us, obviously. Now we can hold up counter magic. Another counterspell. Probably draw. We'll probably draw 2. If my opponent doesn't do anything. We could path our own Sentinel here. What is this? I guess we'll just counter this. Vindicate, that's not really what we want now. I mean, it can kill something. But don't know what my opponent's got in hand. Violent Outburst? Another grief? I guess we'll keep countering them. Yeah, I think that's fine. Opponent might be setting up for them lot to come back with a living end. We could do with drawing some lands. Snapcaster Mage, not really what we want at the moment. I might consider pathing. Trouble is now we can't really tap out of Archmage's charm now, because our opponent can our opponent can Violent Outburst and do everything. Bring in 2 copies of Grief, which is probably good enough. We do have Path. This Violent Outburst, it is. Looks like they're going to pay the 1. So we will counter Living End. Another Archmage's Charm. Would you like to pay the 1? Looks like it. Okay. This is the trouble though. If our opponent's got another one, they get 2 griefs back. Oh yeah, they've got another one because they've got they've had enough cascaders to just get rid of one. So this rips our hand apart, sadly, because we're gonna lose 3 things, 4 things. Oh, that's just gross. Triple grief. Yeah, here we go. Violent Outburst. Grief seems really good in this deck. Well, they get to bring about 3 griefs. Take these 3. We're left with nothing, and they've got 9 power on the board. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Yeah, everything goes great. Yeah. Don't really know what we can draw now. We're dead in 2 turns unless we find land for Batterskull. Although that's got Menace, so we can't even do that. Right. Yeah, we're just dead now. Oh, that's so annoying. I can't block. So we're just dead. I think not finding another land was pretty rough. And our opponent finding 3 griefs in the top 17 cards. And then finding that as well seems pretty good. Yeah, nothing we could do there. Okay, that's a shame. Yeah, happens sometimes. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the slightly shorter league this time. I will try and do another full one at some point. But yeah, join us again soon. Please subscribe if it's something you enjoyed, and see you again soon.